Welcome to episode 795 of the 2-Minute Takeaway Podcast. Hi there, I'm Motivational Keynote Speaker Ken Okel. Nobody likes hearing this at work. Can you take this on? Especially when it's a project no one else wants. Or when you need to stay a little later when someone else goes home. Or when you're carrying more than your fair share. It's easy to go, why me? Sometimes that's a fair question. But I'd like to offer another way of looking at it. Years ago, I was talking with someone who was frustrated because he kept getting the difficult assignments. You know, the messy projects, the demanding clients, the tight deadlines. Meanwhile, a coworker seemed to have a much easier workload. He was convinced it was unfair. Maybe it was. But a year later, something interesting happened. When a leadership position opened, guess who was ready? The person who had been solving difficult problems. Not because life had been fair, because the extra challenges had quietly developed skills that couldn't be learned from routine work. I've seen this throughout my career. The people who grow the most aren't always the ones with the easy path. They're often the ones who have to figure out how to do stuff when the answers aren't obvious. Let me be clear. I'm not saying you should accept being taken advantage of. There's a difference between an occasional unfair assignment and a workplace that constantly treats people poorly. Those situations deserve attention, but many of us dismiss opportunities simply because they arrive wrapped in inconvenience. The presentation no one wants to do, the struggling customer, the project that's behind schedule. Think of these assignments as your classrooms. You're going to learn a lot. People will notice. Not every day, not every week, but over time, leaders remember the person who stepped in when something difficult needed to be done. They'll remember who could be trusted. The next time an assignment feels unfair, ask yourself this question. What can this teach me that an easy assignment never could? Instead of counting how much harder you're working than everyone else, you should start paying attention to the skills you're building. Fairness matters. Every organization needs it. But when life hands you a challenge that isn't evenly distributed, don't be too quick to reject it. It might become the experience that prepares you for your next opportunity. I've got some cool people that I'd like you to meet. Gina the ballerina, Katie the custodian, and 20 push-ups Pat. These are all people who are chapters in my new book, Get Better, Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors. Find out more about this book at Amazon.com, or you can also check it out at my website at KenOkel.com. What else can you do there, Ken? Well, you can listen to other episodes of this podcast, you can read some of my articles, and you can watch some video clips from my on-stage presentations. That's all the time we have for now. I'm Ken Okel. Take care and get better.